Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and I'm bringing you another one of my Tuesday Newsday update videos. Now, I'm going to mention it right off the start. This week, I do have 4 booster packs I'm going to be opening at the end of the video this time. And as I started doing as a new tradition, starting in last week's video, when I open up these random boosters, the online code card I'm actually going to present to you viewers, and you're going to be welcome to redeem that in Pokemon TCG Online. So watch for that at the end of the video. Before we get into the 40 new cards I'll be getting, I want to get some news out of the way here first. Now, some big news has been announced in the Pokemon TCG. On November 4th, the new expansion, Breakthrough, in the X and Y series is going to be released in North America. And it's going to introduce a new feature similar to something we've seen before, but it's a new kind of evolution called Break Evolution. They've shown Chestnut and Raichu Break Evolution cards. And the way this works is it looks like, if you remember, there was level X cards some time ago, in some of the earlier sets. This worked, for example, say Mewtwo level X, you would play on top of your existing Mewtwo in play, and it would still have access to the attacks on the Mewtwo card itself, but it would gain a new attack, maybe a couple new attacks, new abilities, more HP, and just basically give you more options by leveling up this Pokemon. This seems kind of similar in a way, because it shows you would have, say these are the cards. You would have, say, your Pokemon here with the image and the attack here. The new Break Evolution cards are actually played this way, and they're meant to cover up the image of the Pokemon that it's evolving from. So you're still going to have access to the previous Pokemon's attacks, and the weakness, resistance, and retreat costs are going to be the same, but you're going to have more HP, because the new HP overrides the other one, and they seem to have another attack printed right on the image itself. So it's basically just going to be powering up, almost like a level X in a way. And the way it plays horizontal instead of vertical is kind of similar to the Pokemon Legend cards from some sets ago as well. And what I think is really cool, I didn't see anything about taking 2 prize cards for something like this. So basically it's similar to the power of an EX Pokemon, but you don't have the drawback of the opponent getting 2 prizes off of it. So I think that's pretty cool. Basically just going to be putting some of these non-EX Pokemon on par with some of the current EXs as it is. You're still going to have to level up, or not level up, but evolve the Pokemon from basic to stage 1, and then, if stage 2, do that, and then break evolve. So it's going to take a little longer to get them into play, but they could have the staying power to really dish out some damage back at those EX Pokemon. So that expansion comes out on November 4th, as I said, and they're introducing over 160 new cards in this set, 6 of which, I think, 6 are going to be these Break Evolutions, and as I said, they already showed Chestnut and Raichu. And I think in the Japanese set they actually had Zoroark as well, Zoroark Break. So there's possibly a third one we'll have in the English expansion. And in this set are going to be 8 new EX Pokemon, including 4 Mega Evolutions, some of which are going to be, for the first time ever, Mega Mewtwo X, Mega Mewtwo Y. Mega Mewtwo Y was the very first Mega that they showed before we even knew what a Mega Pokemon was. And I was thinking, along the way, how come they haven't actually made a card of it yet? But now we're finally going to get Mega Mewtwo in both of its forms, which would lend to, make you understand that one of the other EXs is going to be just Mewtwo EX. I wonder if it's going to still have that X-Ball attack from a while back. We'll have to see how that goes. So that's the big news in Pokemon TCG, and for me personally, some other big news is the fact that my local Pokemon League has been selected to hold a pre-release tournament for this new set of cards. Now, the pre-release is being held on October 24th. I'm going to gain access at this league event to, I believe, 6 booster packs of the new set, and a pre-release tournament is where you take these booster packs, you open them up right then and there, and you have a time limit to actually make a 40-card deck of these cards with energy cards provided by the league itself. And you're going to take these new cards, this new deck that you make on the spot, and go into a tournament against other players. So it's going to be pretty fun to see how, what random cards people get out of these packs, and how cohesive of a deck they can make with what they randomly pull out of these boosters. And if you complete the tournament, you gain 2 more booster packs at the end of it. So at the end, you're going to have 8 booster packs of the whole new set 2 weeks before they come out. Now what I'm hoping to do is, if I can get my camera to record, I'm going to try to get some footage of the new cards on the day that they come out for that pre-release. I want to give you viewers a sort of sneak peek at the new cards, weeks in advance. It's 2 weeks before the actual release date. So I'm going to see what I can do and get some footage of that stuff for you guys, because because I want to share that stuff with you. So that's all I have to mention for the TCG news for this week, for the time being. I do have a few mentions for Pokemon Shuffle, and then we're going to get to those booster packs. So in Shuffle, the legendary Pokemon Keldeo has appeared in the special stages. It's a water type, so you want to get your grass or electric Pokemon powered up, bring them into that battle, and try to capture yourself the legendary Keldeo. Another legendary has also appeared in a different kind of battle. It is Latios in escalation battles. What these are is, every time you battle Latios, if you beat it, then the level goes from, say, level 1 to level 2. Beat it again, you go up to level 3, and so on. And the higher up you go in these levels, the easier Latios is going to be to capture. Now, each of these stages does take one of your hearts, so you have like 5 chances before you're timed out. You can either spend a jewel to get some more hearts, or wait, whatever it is, like 25 minutes, get some hearts back. So the higher up you go, the easier it will be to capture Latios. Even if you don't capture it, though, you still have the option or the chance to gain prizes along the way, because there's going to be rewards for hitting certain levels. And I forget what exactly the levels are, but some of the prizes include different items to use in your other battles. You can gain 1,000 coins for some of these prizes, and you can actually obtain the Latiosite to Mega Evolve Latios if you do capture it. And I think, that's the only other thing I have to mention for... Nope, there's one more thing. I have my notes down below here. If you play Pokemon Shuffle on your mobile device, because it was just recently released for mobile, the mobile app, you can get the Lucario Knight Mega Stone by entering a passcode into the game. That passcode is 65607110. So for those of you on the mobile app, put that passcode into your game, and you're going to get that Lucario Knight Mega Stone. Now you're just going to go find yourself a Lucario, capture it, and then you can Mega Evolve it in your next battle. Alright, so it's kind of a short news update video. There's not too much more to mention. I've got the big stuff out there, big things coming for Pokemon TCG. Hopefully big things coming for this channel as well if I can get some footage of those new cards. But speaking of cards, we're going to go right over and pop these 4 booster packs open with the code cards going to the viewers. Let's get started on those. So time to open the 4 booster packs. I have an XY base set, Flash Fire, and then moving a little bit forward in time, we've got Roaring Skies and Ancient Origins. So I'm going to rip these open. I'm going to go in order of release, so I'm going to start with the first one. And as I open these up and reveal the code cards, as I've said in the last video, feel free to redeem the first card, or the first code that comes up. As soon as you do get a code redeemed, though, I would request that leave the other codes for other players to give a, hopefully get a booster pack online. So to spread the fun around a little bit. So first and foremost, the code card for X and Y base set. You can see right there. Jot it down, take a screenshot, then take this code to TCG Online, redeem it, and get yourself a 10-card booster pack of the X and Y base set. As for the actual cards, let's see what I've gotten. Ooh, Darkness Energy, and Pikachu, Timber, Tailo, Shelder, Spupa. I don't think I actually have a Spupa yet. Great Ball, Rainbow Energy, that's also good to get as well. We have a reverse foil Zoroark. I got my Shadow Wall in the way, but it is reverse foil, nice and fancy shiny. And the rare card of the pack is an Arbok with Gastro Acid, which actually shuts down abilities, and that could be pretty interesting to use in battle. And Poison Jab, 50 damage, and causes poison. So that is the X and Y base set booster. Let's move on to Flash Fire. Nice Mega Charizard X on the cover. I can grab all these cards. Well, the code card didn't want to come out. Hopefully it means it's really rare and it has to be really searched for. So this is the code card for the viewers. Feel free to jot that one down, take that over to TCG Online, and redeem it for your 10-card Flash Fire pack. And here we start with a Seedot, Sneasel, Litleo, Pidgey, Esper, get a Blacksmith, Rapidash, Luxio. The reverse foil card is a nice Floette. Fancy. And the rare of the pack is, now I will admit, as I opened it, I could feel the face of it, and it has the feel of a full art card, and that full art card is Magnezone EX. Look at that, nice and shiny, fancy. So it is the EX 180 HP Lightning Pokemon. Electro Ball for 2 colorless does 40, and Dual Bullet for 3 lightning energy. This attack does 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, that's not bad. And don't apply weakness resistance to the bench, but you can do 50 damage to the active, and hopefully if you have weakness, do 100, and then 50 more to a benched one. So that's a nice fancy one to get out of a random booster. We're going to set you back here. There we go. Hopefully you have just as much luck in the online game when you're reading that online card. So let's go with the Roaring Skies. And here's where I started packing the booster, or the code cards reverse, so you can see it right away. Make sure it's focused. There we go. There is the code for the 10 card Roaring Skies Booster Pack TCG Online. Help yourselves to it, and leave a comment down below, by the way, if you do redeem these cards, or these codes, and you get something fancy out of the online pack. I'd be curious to know. So I get another Tailo from the new set, a Wurmple, Fletchling, ooh, Ancient Trait Not To with Delta Plus, gain an extra prize if this Pokemon knocks out an opponent, and the last common is an Execute. Uncommons begin with Wide Lens, which will apply weakness resistance to benched Pokemon when the Pokemon holding this actually does damage to the bench. We've got an Altaria, and Fletchinder. Free retreat cost, which isn't too bad. Now the reverse foil shall be Salamence. This thing has 3 attacks, and the first attack is powerful. Like, this is in one of the theme decks that came out with Roaring Skies. For 1 fire energy, Shatter does a basic 60 damage, and you can destroy a stadium card in play. And then Power Howl, 20 damage times the number of cards in your opponent's hand. So if they're just loaded up on cards, this thing can be amazingly powerful. Then of course Steam Blast, 170, very strong, but you do have to lose 3 energy attached to Salamence. So very good card, nice and foil. And the other rare of this pack shall be, Shedinja. As I mentioned in one of my decks, I forget what I actually called it, but Shedinja can be powerful if you can increase its max HP and get some damage on it with Hopeless Scream. I could actually use the Rainbow Energy from the base set pack that I opened up. That will put a damage counter on your own Pokemon when you attach it. So immediately with that Rainbow Energy, Shedinja can at least be doing 50 damage with the Hopeless Scream. So let's move on to the Piece de Resistance. I messed up that accent. We got Ancient Origins. Let us see what we get out of the latest expansion booster pack. I just bumped the camera, I think, but it's not a big deal. So this will be the code card of the final pack today. Take it over to TCG Online, redeem this code, get yourselves 10 Ancient Origins cards. And now, out of this pack, I receive a Meowth, who's acting tough. Relicanth, good for finding some tool cards. Combee, good for evolving. Inkay, with nice upside down art. Inkay's fun. I just like how in the video game you have to actually hold your 3DS upside down to evolve it. I've never actually done it yet, but that is what I've heard. And Oddish. I believe uncommons are up next. We got the Tyranitar Spirit Link, a Sliggoo, Vaporeon. I always like that Aqua effect, adding water type to all of your Stage 1 Pokemon. Reverse foil card is a Faded Town, which says at any time between turns, put 2 damage counters on each Mega Evolution Pokemon. Pretty good if you're going to be fighting some of these, like, Mega Tyranitar EXs and such like that. And the rare card of the pack is Registeel. Iron Head for 30 times. Flip a coin until you get tails, 30 times the number of heads. And Forbidden Iron Hammer. If the opponent's active Pokemon is an EX, discard an energy attached to it. Alright, not too bad. We did get a very fancy Magnezone EX full art out of the Flashfire pack, and I'm pretty happy with that one. Alright, so that is the booster pack openings. We got those 4 code cards for you. Again, feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you got out of those packs. Hopefully you got something just as cool as this Magnezone EX. Alright, with that, that's the end of the news update video. I want to thank you for checking out this video this week, everybody, and I'll catch you next time.